You recognize Colonel Merlindorf? Yes, I can see you do.
A fop with a beard. Never laid eyes on him.
You share artistic tastes with the depraved photographer Hargrove.
Whoever that is, presumably it is not a crime to appreciate great art.
No, but it is the other side of lawful to possess it without the benefit of a bill of sale.
I'll tell Mr. A you were concerned.
Shoot him if he tries to leave, Watson.
That's hardly likely, is it, Holmes?
Incarceration may seem to him the proverbial fate worse than death. Prison would curtail his activity, and the authorities could not provide the protection to which a man with enemies is accustomed. Remember, however he seems, he is a desperate adventurer, a cynical, unprincipled fiend.
Not an attractive specimen, then.
Hold him in contempt, Watson, but do not depreciate his capacity for evil or for harm.
You are cruel, Mr. Holmes. Poor, defenseless creatures.
It is typically repulsive and perverted that you reserve your sympathy for things vicious by nature, rather than inclination. Look here, Watson. Evidence, so dear to the heart of Scotland Yard. Are you still smug, Mr. A?
I think so little of your acumen, let alone your evidence. Silence will serve me best. None of those things can be tied to me.
I don't wonder you've lost your voice. Or your plans have now gone south. Your attempt to compromise British security has failed utterly.
What have you found, Holmes?
Enough to cook a very tough goose. German currency, a wad of fibers, and the photographic negative of Dewar's formula. This string is played out, Mr. A. Where is the scurrilous composite of Lord Lawton and Princess Alexandra? Does Vincent Scarrett have it?
You continue to allude to matters about which I have no knowledge.
My eye. I'm sure you've insulated yourself from direct involvement in these several crimes. As you won't give up, Scarrett, we'll let Scotland Yard and your underworld colleague sort it out. I'll parcel out the details in my own manner. The report will not show you in good light.
Vincent is like a son to me, Mr. Holmes. but I'm truly mortified by these vile allegations. If he has wandered beyond the bounds of good judgment, and it appears from what I've seen and heard that he might have done, I've got a guess about where he might be found, providing Lestrade and the others you mentioned may be kept out of this.
I'm listening, Mr. A. Naturally, I will have to test your veracity.
A nasty den on the river is his favourite haunt. The place has a nautical name. Vincent's a bit rough on the margins, with a few unfortunate habits.
Your appraisal is too modest. He is in fact a brutal killer, a cruel extortionist, and an unredeemable villain.
That as may be. But you'll discover he's as docile as a house cat. I warn you, any calumny against me will fall on deaf ears. He may turn mute.
I will find his tongue. The connection between Skerritt and Pratt is finally clear, Watson. They were opium eaters.
Indeed? I didn't see it. I don't see it still.
Hargrove saw it, and Lloyd Jones smelled it. The two met, smoked, and shared secrets common to their addiction. Unbeknownst to Pratt, Skerritt was trawling for information, and he hooked it.
You mean he learned that Pratt was a ministry clerk with access to sensitive documents?
Yes. He learned all about Mycroft's ministry committee. The foibles and frailties of the members would be well known to Pratt, especially Lawton. They would be fine topics for conversation.
So Skerritt coerced him to steal the formula with something he learned during their sessions. What might they have had on him?
Debts? Evidence of unethical or immoral behavior? Perhaps they threatened him with death or mutilation. I've been gathering wool, Watson. I had this information and didn't put it together. You stay here. I will see Skerritt in his den, or know the reason why.
Will you go alone? Hold on. I thought our business was completed. I've given you Vincent.
You are mistaken. Skerritt is a servant, and you are his master. He can do everything for you except serve your jail sentence.
Easy, Holmes. Haste makes waste, or whatever cliché might bring you to your senses. Let's bring Lestrade into this now.
Do you think Skerritt will simply slink away as the net closes around him? The man is capable of anything, and he tried to kill my brother.
Your zeal has overcome your judgment. Don't be rash in your rush for revenge. If you go to that den as you are, you'll come to harm.
Don't fear. I will travel incognito, but I must take my chances alone. He must not get wind of all that has happened. Guard Mr. A. Watson. Farewell. We shall meet again. I need to enter an establishment unrecognized. A different set of clothes will do it.
I'm fast, Mr. Holmes, but it would take at least 2 days for me to make a proper suit or overcoat.
I need a nautical ensemble stitch. Can you help?
A late invitation to a dress ball, Mr. Holmes? Never go wrong as Lord Nelson.
Admiral of the Fleet is too patrician. Something much further down the ranks would serve me better.
But there's plenty of seaman's gear in the back. A patch and spike will sell the look. Just return 'em as you found 'em.
Any advice on how to carry off the disguise?
Well, avoid arg or shiver me timbers, you'll do fine.